Assalamu alaikum guys. Okay, we are back and in this lecture we are gonna cover the last 5 MCQs of this paper, October-November 2009, paper 1, variant 1. Alright, and let's get started then. Uh, AS chemistry. The previous lectures have been covered in the previous videos, the links to which have been given in the description. So please do check that out if you haven't checked them out yet. Okay, MCQ number 36. Which statement about the reaction of solid sodium bromide with concentrated sulfuric acid are correct? Okay, the first statement says that hydrogen bromide is a product of the reaction. Okay, it's actually one of the products. Yeah, HBr is actually an intermediate product which is formed and then this HBr further reacts. Then the second MCQ, second option says that sulfuric acid is oxidized to sulfur dioxide. No, this is not correct because sulfuric acid is itself is very strongly oxidizing, so it is not oxidized itself. Okay, and so if first is correct and second one is also correct wrong, so the third one by default is also gonna be wrong. Bromide ions are not reduced; they are actually oxidized to bromine atoms. Now MCQ number 37. So first is only correct. If first is only correct, this means that D is the correct answer option. What about 37? Which statements are true for SN2 reaction? SN2 is a reaction that is performed by primary alkyl halides in which an alkyl halide combines or reacts with our nucleophile, and this is the intermediate compound that has formed a pentavalent transition state which contains three solid bonds, two dotted bonds. Okay, one bond is broken and as the other one is formed, yes, this one is being formed and the other one is being broken. Okay, so these are shown by the two dotted bonds. The first MCQ is correct. The first option is correct. Then the second one says that the formation of a transition state involves the collision of two molecules or ions. Yes, we do have two molecules or ions to start out the reaction. If this is one, this is our alkyl halide and this is our nucleophile, and they both collide to start out the reaction. Then second one is correct, and the third one says the carbon atom in the transition state is either fully or partially bonded to five atoms. Yes, this is also correct because this carbon atom in the transition state, pentavalent transition state, is bonded fully to three atoms and partially to two atoms. So yes, one, two, three, all of them are correct. Answer option A is correct. Now moving on to 38. The chlorine free radical. Free radical takes part in destruction of ozone. Okay, free radical, as you guys know, is any species with an unpaired electron. Okay. Which statement about the free radical are correct? Okay, it is high formed by heterolytic fission. No, guys, heterolytic fission results in the formation of ions of fully charged molecules. It does not result in the formation of free radicals. The examples of such reactions which do develop free radicals are free radical substitution, in which UV light is used through homolytic fission. We get chlorine free radicals. Heterolytic fission results in ions. So one is wrong. If one is wrong, then two and three by default are correct. It has a single unpaired electron. Yes, it does. Any species with an unpaired electron is called a free radical. And it has the same electron arrangement as a chlorine atom. Yes, that's also correct because if we look at the molecule structure of a free radical, it contains seven valence electrons. And yes, chlorine atom also contains seven valence electrons. So two and three are correct. C is the correct option. Now let's move on to the 29th. Sorry, 39th. Okay, this says that, okay, this is the diagram that is given. Silica or alumina or baked clay are given over here. They are used as catalyst, and we have some liquid X over here, and gentle heating is done, and some gas is being produced over here. Okay, now the first one says that oxidation of ethanol is can be, okay, which process can be demonstrated by using this apparatus? The first one says that oxidation of ethanol. Actually, ethanol can be oxidized in presence of oxidizing agents only, and neither silicon dioxide nor aluminum oxide are oxidizing enough to oxidize ethanol, so one cannot be correct. If one is wrong, then two and three are obviously correct by default. So C is the correct option. Then what about 40? Okay, in 40, it says that compound has a relative molecular mass of 88 and its molecule contains only four carbon atoms. What could be this compound? Okay, four carbon atoms would mean it has four carbons have a mass of 48. 12 fours are 48. Okay, so out of 88, 48 has been used up by carbon atoms. So the first one says that saturated non-cyclic diol. Saturated means only single bonds. Non-cyclic means it's not does not have rings, and diol means two OH groups in there. So this is one possible non-cyclic saturated diol that I made over here of four carbon atoms, and its MR is turning out to be 90, not 88. It's greater than 90, greater than 88, so one cannot be correct. So 2 and 3 are correct answers. So therefore, by default, C is the correct option. So thank you so much, guys. So this was it for October November 2009 9702, and we are gonna do uh, the next paper the next year, actually the next variant in the upcoming videos then inshallah. Thank you so much.